The Solana Gaming Supercycle has arrived. Only the strongest players will carve their name in history on-chain. More than 30 legendary games await, each a battlefield, each a chance to rise. It's time to prove yourself in the arena. Join now. The Solana Gaming Supercycle has arrived. Only the strongest players will carve their name in history on-chain. More than 30 legendary games await, each a battlefield, each a chance to rise. It's time to prove yourself in the arena. Join now. The Solana Gaming Supercycle has arrived. Only the strongest players will carve their name in history on-chain. More than 30 legendary games await, each a battlefield, each a chance to rise. It's time to prove yourself in the arena. Join now.
GM, we are back. We are live. It's Thursday, December 4th, 6 days away from Breakpoint. Like no one's counting, but you know what I mean. It's Abu Dhabi. It's filled with alpha, but you know what? If you're not going to Abu Dhabi, I'm bringing you the alpha here live today. I got James from Play Chain Crisis. Definitely make sure y'all right now stop what you're doing. Head to Twitter. Follow the new account. It's called Play Chain Crisis. Make sure you give a follow. Turn the notifications on. It's completely free to do. Hit a like, hit a comment, share it with your ex-girlfriend, ex-boyfriend, current boyfriend, current girlfriend. This is the alpha they needed. This is the alpha they need. So, without further ado, James, how are you, man? How you doing?
Thanks, Jorge. Yeah, it's been wild. Yeah, like I said before, I've taken boxing the past 2 months. I started losing a couple of pounds. And as far as the game is concerned, we started working on our new direction for the vision of the game. Hopefully, I'll be able to convince other people here about what we're trying to do.
Yeah, bro. I mean, look, man, I think you and I were back together at last Breakpoint in Singapore. We were hanging out and going around town and hitting up events. I don't know. Are you heading to Abu Dhabi next week, or this one you're gonna sit it out?
Probably not. I forgot to renew my visa, so
all right.
I'm
Well,
gotta stay here.
I'll send you pictures and I'll give you FOMO. Man, it's cool. It's great to see you, man. And fuck, man, I'm about to move to the Philippines, bro. Dude, what kind of boxing is it with Manny Pacquiao? Because man, you look fucking phenomenal.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, it's just normal boxing. But it's fun. It's fun. It's fun getting punched in the face.
Yeah, bro, man.
You feel that human beings are weak and fragile. So
I get punched from my wife in the face. I'd rather get punched somebody in the ring, at least, you know what I'm saying? But hey,
yeah.
James, look, man, I love the new handle, Play Change Crisis. I think that when you're looking at the mass audience of Web2 gamers, you need to make sure you're speaking their language and understanding their audience and their language. And I think Play Chain Crisis is something that, again, is easily understandable, that it's a game, it's a video game. Hey, go play it. Love for us to kick it off on the sense of, man, you've been around for quite some time. You've been building Chain Crisis for some time. There's been a lot of learning from it as well, right? As a founder, entrepreneur. What's that one message though you got to send to like other entrepreneurs building in Web3, building games? Like, what's one thing that you've kind of really learned from all of this? And I'll say this from my perspective to you, like something that when people say Chain Crisis or James, I know that I always say, man, that guy is relentless. Like, and I'll say this even further. There was a great article I just read about founders and investors and what investors look for in founders. And one of the criterias is being naive and saying that they're willing to like do whatever it takes to build that project. And man, James, I think you've been building this project for quite some time. So really excited to hear the direction and the change and what you guys are building. But what's that one thing that you're very passionate about building as an entrepreneur?
I think what I've learned so far in the past 4 years, building a game is way different than like building a tech startup. Let's say you're building a SaaS platform or a SaaS product. It's way different because in a SaaS product, you need to launch fast because you have so many competitors, right? You need to launch fast. You go to market right away. But for games, it's quite the opposite. You need to be more calm, deliberate, and strategic with what you want to build, because you're building. It's like building a cinematic literature. You want to build something that will last. Unlike if you're building a tech startup or software, it's a utility. But with games, it's entertainment. You're building something of long-term value, and that's what I've learned the hard way. The past 4 years of working in this project, but thankfully, it's been enlightening, especially after the ups and downs that happened in the past 4 years. And we're just happy that now with our new direction of the vision we have for the game, we're pretty much happy now on where we're headed.
Yeah, I mean, look, man, Chain Crisis has always been this cyberpunk themed game that I think all throughout the community has been really, really excited about. And everything you've shown us in the past, gameplay, alpha, and everything has always lived up to the expectations and has really been something that we've all been kind of having that notification of when it's coming. And so I think like really kind of excited to kind of like even deep dive in further. And I love that you gave us your insights on being an entrepreneur, because I think like, yeah, man, like it's hard to be like in this space. It's hard to be mentally okay in this space, especially with all the comments and everything. And the roller coaster that you mentioned, it's like it's a roller coaster without a seatbelt or a safety belt, right? It's a roller coaster that'll go up and down and upside down. And I think that's the back to the part where I said investors, like, being naive in being the sense that like you don't want to know what's out there. You have to be open-minded. You have to be very open-minded to building, because at the same time, like closed-minded to what you want, but open-minded to what the world perceives something. And I think, man, like it's something that many people sometimes take for granted. I was just with another project and they were like, Jorge, someone said something about me. And I'm like, great, man. Like, yeah, but it's like not good. And I'm like, man, even better. That's good marketing. And he's like, oh no, like what do I was like, if you're worried about 1 out of the 10,000 people that are playing your game right now, then that's the last thing you need to worry about, man. 9,999 people think it's great. So, but again, you have to be ready for this kind of mindset, because some of these things you don't prepare for. But I think like, yeah, video games is another industry where I think it's safe to say gamers are probably the most toxic people in the world. You know what I mean? Like, dude, we hate losing. And when we do lose, it's like, oh, it's a game. It's not us. So, man, really excited. Talk to us a little bit before you get into the new direction. But, like, Chain Crisis, like for those that are new, what is it? What kind of type of game, and really who you're gearing it for?
Yeah. Well, I started Chain Crisis because I really want to create a story about a dystopian world, and being in crypto and also in tech for quite a while. I thought that the cyberpunk literature, materials from Neuromancer, Blade Runner, and all those books and movies. I thought it was the right time to actually do something like that. So I started Chain Crisis in 2021 as a cyberpunk multiplayer RPG, but today it's a single player RPG, and there's a reason why I'll explain later. But yeah, Chain Crisis is a single player cyberpunk action RPG that we're building for cyberpunk enjoyers in the gaming industry. So you play as a runner, and your role is to prevent the next catastrophe in the Undercity. So later on, I'll show the backstory of that in my presentation. So
Yeah, I think like and even before we get into it, like let me even showcase a little bit of that video that you had for us, that YouTube, maybe before we get in, because love for all of us to kind of watch this together too.
oh,
Yeah, man. Love it. Man, I get excited every time I watch videos, trailers, and excited for the Chain Crisis. Yeah, I go. Let's get into it. Like, so talk to us, like the new direction. Talk to us a little bit about like the mindset and I guess maybe like the player feedback that gave you to start this new direction.
it started around, I think, early this year, around January, February. After I guess the market crashed, I realized, for us to make a game that's long term, and I mean that's the main reason why I started Chain Crisis anyway. I want to make a game with a story, and the blockchain was just something that's like augmented into the project. I decided to just go, look at what types of players I'm looking for in terms of the type of game I want to build, and then I started to realize that, hey, maybe I'm talking to the wrong audience. If I mean I'm not saying that the crypto gaming audience is not the right audience, but perhaps it's not yet the right time for them to come in, right? So for me, the thing that I learned and came to realize is that you need to first have this like first 50 players who are there not because of your token or anything else. They're not there for financial incentive, but they're there because they're fans of your game. They're fans of your world. They like to see this world built. So I started changing the not changing, but more like optimizing the direction of the project. So let's stop trying to shoot for the random target. Let's try to hyper focus on the type of players that we want, right? So who are they? These are cyberpunk enjoyers, people who love world building, people who love mechanically challenging games. So these are games that requires you to do certain sequences. Games like Marvel Rivals, for example, those types of people. Um, and I guess that realization triggered me to say, let's set up a new vision for Chain Crisis. Instead of just being a game in the blockchain gaming space, let's make it an IP, something that we can build as a title, not as a blockchain product. So I guess now I'm more excited as a founder because there's so many things that we're about to do in this project now. We're not just limited to games now. We're now exploring music. We're making our own music now. We have a SoundCloud where we have our first 5 demos. There's R&B there. There's hip hop. There's blues. There's dream pop, electro pop. So we've been experimenting with all these like different medium for us to express the type of world building experience we want the players to have. We're also looking into creating our own visual novel, graphic novel online. So while we are developing the game, our team would also be producing these not animated, but at least something that you can watch on your phone, and something that you can learn about the game's backstory and lore. That way, the community, not the community, more like the members, the early members of this game would be engaged and would be immersed in the type of world we're trying to build. Oh, sorry, can't hear you, Jorge. Your mic's off.
Ah, man, I don't know why it keeps doing that. I think technology, it's beautiful. I think you mentioned two things I wanted to kind of mention. So first was the part about building Web3. I think that like for me, how I see it is games should definitely look at building Web3, but it should be through phases. And I think that the right phase for building Web3 is to help with fundraising and building, a treasury and building the idea and everything. And then it should be the next market or next phase, which is actually building for the audience to produce the revenue to, be able to go back. And I think it's safe to say that like the audience doesn't live in Web3. I don't believe that there's enough of a large enough community in gaming to be able to power kind of like what we see outside of the world. And I think at the end of the day, discoverability is happening on these bigger platforms. And if you need to be on the bigger platforms, you have to play around with what Web3 is and what Web3 means and how Web3 powers the game, right? Some of these platforms are not ready for crypto and the word tokens and everything like that. So maybe the marketplace could stay crypto based, and then you have an external way to connect the game. And so I think that I don't think there's anything wrong. I think there's no. I think people just need to kind of more understand and accept that, hey, there are phases to this, and a game should look at hey, fundraising and building in Web3 definitely, but not marketing and not just staying in this one circle. You have to go outside. And I think like, man, DeFi, RWA, depends. They're all doing that. They're all going to the mass market. They're doing that right now. Why should gaming not do that, right? If anything, gaming should be the one doing that even more. So, definitely kudos to being able to recognize, hey, how to make sure that the proper audience and the proper gamers and outside. Look, here's the biggest thing that you said also, which I get really bullish and excited for, is that you're looking at this as an entertainment business, right? And not just a game. And I think that if you look at like the biggest names in Web 2, Call of Duty, Roblox, Minecraft, these are entertainment companies, right? They have merch, they have music, they have TV shows, movies. Man, there's so many things that they got going on. And it's truly a great way to expand the IP and also market the IP. And I think, like, man, I'm really excited to hear that you're kind of very much taking this entertainment approach to understand, hey, how can the IP grow further out in different ways? If it's music, if it's the game, if it's there's merch in the future, all these other things, and telling the story. You mentioned it, telling the dystopian story that you just mentioned of like, how do maybe that becomes a TV show or a show or reels, 15-minute reels, whatever that is. I think those are the things that get really excited about in Web3 and what you're building. Furthermore, I mean, I think love to keep hearing and deep diving into this. So the new direction and the new way, a lot of it has been kind of from the previous or the past year or so of building in the Web3 space. The game itself, we're the alpha stage that we're in, or it's in the alpha stage. What would we be able to tell to the new gamers or to gamers in the new direction how to get involved and like how to participate, what kind of feedback you're looking for, how do you help keep growing Chain Crisis?
We currently have what we call a founders circle, which is a quiet, private, calm, tasteful group that we formed. And these types of people are not there to as consumers. They're there as co-creators of the game. So I guess, I mean, the only way I could reward them for their time, of course, they're giving their feedback, their suggestions. All of the founder circle members would have their own character lore entries in the game. So when we open the game to the public in the future, they'll be able to actually see their names there as an item you can pick up in the game world. So that's that's the relationship currently that I've built with the founder circle. As far as the other people who want to test the game now, my personal and honest view on that is I think it's not yet the right time. Closed alpha builds are full of bugs, full of work in progress scenarios. There are some placeholders there that will be replaced in the future. So I think it's not yet the right time. But I guess but if they're like someone who's really a cyberpunk enjoyer, or perhaps even a game enjoyer, if they like games like Final Fantasy, Destiny 2, games that have heavy lore in them, heavy narrative and storytelling, they would be a good candidate to be invited into our founder circle. Because when you go to the founder circles group chat, it's quiet. So sometimes I would post a screenshot of the game that I'm of the level that I'm building, and then they would give feedback. But it's not limited to screenshots alone. Sometimes I would write the story of the game, and I would show it to the members, and then they would give their feedback and say, "Oh, maybe just a suggestion. Try to give the NPCs with relatable personality, so that it's not just so that they're enjoyable to interact with, something like that." So this is the type of vibe that I've created with this founder circle group, and of course, right now, the way we're inviting people into this group is me sending them a personal message, usually either on LinkedIn or in X. So yeah. But later on, of course, once we grow our founder circle to 50 members, once we've established that culture and identity of the world, of the Chain Crisis world, I think that would be a good signal for us to open it up to a wider audience one day. That at least by that time, the game would be polished, the story would be more interesting, the gameplay would be more, I would say, like, would be less buggy, and that's our way towards season zero, which is our first target beta release next year.
Yeah, well, man, sign me up because I want to be part of season zero beta release. I think like I've seen enough to not say I need to participate, man. It's so cool to see first of all that trailer, and that trailer I think really sells it. And I think we've had action, we've seen the game before as well. So like we've always known like the potential and seeing it, and now being able to get closer and closer is real cool. I guess like let me ask you this now, like so what are the game loops, and like you mentioned that it being single player and everything. Maybe walk us through a little bit of like the game experience for the gamers and like what to expect, and kind of like that direction you mentioned, and like why you think that this is kind of again the idea behind the best way to story tell the dystopian narrative you got going.
Yep. We started the game. We started first with the gameplay. So, but now we've redone everything. We started this recoding around 2024 to 2025, and then instead of focusing on the gameplay first, we started first with the narrative. So the narrative is like, why are we here? Why is the player here in this world? Why do they have these abilities? Why do they have these weapons? Who's this NPC? What's this place? And stuff like that. So um, that's when we started to like improve and also alter the way we've designed the game. So for now, we've framed our mindset to become a world builder first, rather than a game studio or a game developer mindset. So the mindset should be, we're a world builder. We're creating worlds for the player. So the world is not contained in the types of things that they pick up and stuff like that, or the types of weapons they equip, but it's the entire player experience. So that's music, the art, the story, the progression. All of those things they can't be fragmented. They have to be like they should be in a band, right? So there should be like a musical score that they're following all together. So I guess to give a short answer of what the gameplay loop looks like right now. Today, when you play the game now in the closed alpha, you spawn in the Undercity tunnels. It's a new map that we've designed. It's much bigger now. Later on, I'll show you a gameplay clip of the build. Oh, I just remembered something. I do have a slide, a pitch deck here, which has a concept art of what the world is like.
Yes,
I
go
can
for
probably
it.
show it
Scroll
to you.
to it. I'll share it right here.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, I guess I'll start first by saying we are Warp Gate Ventures. I'm James, the founder. We are a world building and RPG studio, and our mission is to create original IP built with longevity, culture, and community. So we're building something that will last. So I'm the world builder, designer, and creative director of the project. We do have other team members on board that are doing the marketing, the icons, and someone is doing the technical art. And sometimes we work with freelancers as well. But majority of our development work is done in house now. So our studio, what we're doing is we're creating a gateway for new worlds for the player, and that's why it's called Warp Gate Ventures. we build today we're building a game. In the future, we'll be building different media for them to consume and also be immersed with. And Chain Crisis is the first IP in this new direction. It's a cyberpunk action RPG in Warpgate City. It has deep combat, modular abilities, world exploration, and we're currently in close alpha. And we're now forming a new community that's different from the previous one that we've built. And this community is private. It's not something you can just join through a link. It's invite only. So if you get an invite from our team, that means you're a good fit, and you don't even have to think, oh, will I like this game or not? You'll definitely like this game because we already made that analysis for you. So we're doing this game and also this world building initiative is because we understand that players are now looking for new places to go, at least virtually, because of how messed up the world is right now. Sometimes you open up your social media, there's so many like negative news that's really disheartening, right? If you're like me, you want to help and you want to do something about it, but there are things in life that's like outside of your control. But there are things in life that's within your control. It's how you manage your own emotions, right? So with a game like Chain Crisis, our vision is to create this world where they can feel at ease in this environment. Of course, you need to have games. You need to have games that require them to do mechanical stuff, because these are the types of activities that players want to go back to over and over again, right? And because of the new technology that's available today, like LLMs and all of these like new tools that are AI assisted, it allows small teams like us to build them. So I'm gonna show you the first before we go into the nitty-gritty details of the gameplay. Let's first set the tone of what the world of Chain Crisis is. So when you spawn into the game, you spawn as a runner. So a runner is basically a volunteer task force whose main job is to prevent the next catastrophe in this world. And you're basically accompanied with a group of non-playable characters, which can also bring to combat with you. So there's a companion type of gameplay as well. But everything here revolves around this district. This is called the Undercity. In this world, what happened was, if you see the bright blue crystal at the center, that's called nullium. It's a mineral. It's a type of mineral that was discovered by scientists decades ago, deep underneath, which apparently came from an interdimensional rift. And a lot of corporations, companies, and governments started seeing the potential of how it can be used for infinite energy. So, and aside from that, it also provided humans with supernatural abilities. That's why in the game you have somebody who could teleport, somebody who could like float, somebody who can cast electricity as a skill, as an ability. It's mainly because of this magical mineral that was discovered. And of course, decades after discovering nullium, the Warpgate City, the place where this entire thing is happening, basically got fractured because of a catastrophic event called the Rift. It tore space-time apart, and along with the inhabitants in that city. So this concept art you see right here, this is the Undercity. Their fate, they got submerged underground. Downtown, actually, the downtown district got flipped over, so they're now an upside down district. There's also a district where they got enveloped into a force field, so nobody could get out. So there's like these different types of consequences that occurred because people in this world abused Nullium technology. So decades later, humanity was able to get back to their knees and reassemble the society again, and this is the present moment now. However, one researcher here in this story discovered that the next rift is about to happen again, and your job as a runner is to help Jack, the main NPC character in the game, to prevent that from happening. So Jack is the guy later on I'll be showing you in my demo that will give you missions and quests for you to prevent that catastrophe from happening.
It's
And,
not Jack from Titanic, right? Because he didn't make it.
I don't know. This is different,
Okay.
Jack. Yeah, now I can show you a little bit of gameplay video,
Dude.
maybe 5 minutes of it.
Show it to us, because that's what the people want, man.
Of course. Let me just open. Let me share my screen there.
Yeah.
Present. Stop screen. Window. All right, cool. So if you remember the concept art earlier, this is now like the work in progress version of it. So you spawn in the undercity tunnels. This is like a newly designed world where it's like taller and with more verticality and more stuff happening around. We fixed a lot of the performance issues from the past 2023 build. If you guys played it, it's now smoother, can run on a $1,000 gaming laptop. And going back to the lore, this is the Nullium that's responsible for giving humanity infinite amount of energy. In this world, you'll also see mechanical beings, and also not objects, but mechanical animals, mechanical droids, and then there's also the organic people, which is us. Both of them can use Nullium technology. So in this game, you'll face two types of enemies. One is organic and one is mechanical. So I'm gonna show you guys like how to customize your character, because right now I'm using a samurai character class, so we can change that.
This is so sick.
Yeah, that music is also done by us, so it's also done in house. So here, before I change my equipment, let me walk you through with the interface. Here you see your primary attributes. So we've utilized Dungeons and Dragons style when it comes to the character attributes of your avatar. So you have strength, dexterity, intelligence, endurance, agility, and tech, and all of these primary attributes affect your combat performance. You also have like a database of lore entries. So if you want to know like what happened to the world, why are there like Nulliums around, you can read about that, and also some backstory about the characters in the game. Later on, we'll put some photo here so that you're not just reading a wall of text. Oh, sorry. There's also a shop now where you can buy stuff with your creds. Right now, these are all in-game currencies. It's not a token. I just want to keep it simple for the player. But yeah, there's like total of 18 character classes in the game, and you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 slots to choose from. So it's a total of like 140 something unique items that you can collect and that you can buy and collect. So for now, I'm gonna take off all my outfits and the equipment. Just show you how you look like when you don't have anything on. So this is your starter runner character.
This is Jack.
No, this is not Jack. This is you. This is the player. Later on, I'll show you Jack.
Okay.
I guess for the demo, maybe I could show you some. What's the most flashiest weapon here?
A flashy,
think-
or give us something that we haven't seen yet.
Oh, right.
Uniqueness.
Well, sniper is already like you can see all many sniper videos already, but I think vampire arms. This is the new build. Then I'll probably wear something here, so I'm not naked. So I'm gonna show you now Jack, who's the main NPC of the game. So you can learn more about what happened in the Undercity. You can ask him about his past. So what's great about this dialogue system that we built from the ground up is that it's all data driven. So for now, the branching dialogues are all like text based, but later on, if we decide to integrate an LLM in the future, we would be able to produce a more, I would say, organic dialogue conversation between the player and the NPC. So let's start first. Let's start with our first mission, the one that you saw in the video earlier. Actually, you know what? I'll just change to samurai because I want to use also the other implants so that I can use all of the abilities on the bottom right. So this is a mission that has a companion that you tag along. So that way you don't actually die in this mission. And your job is to help her and her team in finishing this quest or mission. So you need to capture the data, and while waiting, you have to also defeat the incoming enemies that's trying to kill you. Oops.
James, don't lose on stream, okay? We need to see you win.
Oh yeah, I won't die. Don't worry.
All right, don't die.
Man, skill issue. Sorry.
That's why I said don't die. Not on live. Not while we're live.
I already missed 4 times using that ability. But let's see. There's like total of 18 unique AI behaviors here that I've coded for like I think 6 months. It's just AI.
Dude, it just honestly, like I don't know how much more polished it needs to be. I mean, what bugs are there? Because I mean, like this looks freaking phenomenal.
Well, the game right now is actually the combat itself is already like I would say 98% perfect. What we're doing right now in the closed alpha is mostly on the content side. So, like for example, the dialogue system that I showed you before, it's also integrated within the mission because we don't have voice actors yet in the game, so we just use text for now to immerse the player with what's happening in the world. Actually, I can just watch my teammates just kill the enemies here. So this girl right here with the yellow trench coat, her job class is called a technomancer. So they shoot electricity from their palm. And this guy right here, his name is Drex. He's a breacher, so he uses shotguns and crowd control capabilities to keep enemies at bay. It's like the tank. So in this world, sometimes you'd be able to pick up like items here in random places. So make sure to always like check every nook and cranny there. And this last character here is Jack, the guy who we talked to earlier. So his job class is called the Architect. If you played Marvel Rivals, kind of similar to Hela, his combat style is similar to a poke style combat mechanic. I'll just let them kill the enemies for me.
So you don't die. Not on live.
I don't want to die.
How many companions can you have? Just one or two?
Total of 6.
Okay.
Because in the game design, each encounter is designed up to 12 characters. But I haven't really tried doing like more than that. But yeah, when we tested the game, total of 12 characters is like the max characters in the screen that won't affect the FPS performance. So there's the last group of enemies you need to defeat. Yeah, I'll just let them kill the enemies from me. But then again, this is the first mission, right? So it's supposed to be easy, and it's supposed to showcase like, to the player, this is what you could become if you level up your character and do more quests and missions. So we're now going to be facing our first boss in the game. Careful, Dyson, you just signed your own death warrant. Let's find out. Dude. Too afraid to go near because I'm gonna die. Oh, there's a bug. That gun shouldn't be that big. So you can see that there's still like some bugs that are present in the game, and that's why it's still in close alpha.
First bug that's I don't think a hit or break though. I mean, it would be different if you were shooting and the aim was bad.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, I can just hide the UI and just watch it. It's like a cinematic.
Dude, it is so cinematic. It's so great. The quality is unreal.
Yeah, I think I spent like 2 months trying to optimize the performance in this game.
When you even say that, like, how easy will it be for people to be able to download and play the game?
Well, I've set up a graphic setting here, and it's currently in high. But ideally, for the game to be run on a high setting, a 1080 Ti graphics card would be enough.
Oh, wow. Pretty standard.
Yeah, I think you can get one for like $1,000 laptop, gaming laptop.
Yeah, I'm running a 5080, so.
Oh wow. Yeah, that will run really, really
games,
smooth.
Man. They're not considerate like you.
All right, nice.
Oh man, this is awesome. This is you dude, like, we should have you back on stream and you just play the game for like a whole hour and like just showcase it, because this is like exactly what people would want to see.
Oh yeah, definitely. But I'm not sure. I'll probably get someone to do that for me, because currently I'm like super busy, like working on this level right here. But yeah, definitely I can probably like give you guys a scheduled update, because right now this Undercity Tunnel is like eating up my brain power. because the verticality is so high here. I think this is around 200 meters high. So you have to put more things on top in this under city tunnel. And yeah, we're gonna put some stuff here as well, like things that you can either buy or get new quests from. Our technical artist is planning to animate this droid, so you can also fight or even control a droid. So yeah,
Yeah, no, dude, super appreciative of you being able to showcase this to us. I think, like, man, yeah, it's one of my favorite streams so far. I think I get excited for these kind of things, man. It's great to see how much you've been building, and the quality just speaks for itself. So, hats to you and your team, and yeah, hey, man. The stream's always open to bring you back anytime you want. Anytime you want to just stream the game and play the game, or if you want to give me access and you want me to play, hey man, sign me up, put me on the list. Or I know the Solana Gaming, Discord right now is watching this, and I could tell I haven't had Discord open yet because I'm sure I am getting a million DMs, whether when they get access, when access, when access. So definitely we could throw it in there as well to those guys, because those guys would be down to play. But James, it's been such a pleasure having you on the show. It's been awesome to hear from you, and excited to make sure we follow Play Chain Crisis, the new account on Twitter for those that are on there. But on Epic Game Store, it's still Chain Crisis, correct?
yes, it's still Chain Crisis, the name. The only thing we changed was the Twitter handle.
Awesome. Yeah. Okay. Cool. I just make sure I followed it as well. Everybody in the comments, everybody, I see we got people commenting right now. So yeah, Play Chain Crisis. Make sure you head over there, check it out. And James, it's been awesome seeing you. I'll see you next time, and I'll send you pictures from Breakpoint.
Gonna make me jealous. Okay, yeah, that's yeah. See you next time.